here in the top of the first. So now up to the plate comes Jenna Reynolds. If you're trying to tune in via the video stream, I believe we've got it up now. Bear with us with the warm temperatures. It's not super conducive to being in the heat. So we had some bumps with that, but I think we're up and going. Here's the first pitch to Jenna Reynolds. It's in there for a strike. So the 0-1 to Reynolds after Wichman grounded out. Sits on the 0-1 and it goes high for a ball. 1-1 now the count. And Sidney, so far this year, they started the year 0-2 with losses to Lennox and Woodbine. Then beat Ephraim and Shan, lost to Lennox again. That one is fouled back to the fence by Reynolds. Then they beat Red Oak and East Mills in their last couple of games to put them where they're at 4-3 on the year. Griswold 4 games to their name this year, and they're all wins over Tri-Center, East Mills, Stanton, and Boyer Valley. That one to Reynolds. He's a ball. 2-2 now the count. Reynolds, a standout golfer for the Tigers with a state qualifier just last week. Awaits the 2-2 from McKenna Lahman. It fouls it back. It was off the catcher, Sheldon. And this at-bat stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 gone. To Jenna Reynolds. The 2-2 on its way. In there, called strike 3, and there's 2 gone in the first. As Lahman gets Reynolds looking, her first strikeout of the night. And Anna Kelly, who's got some power in the bat, will come up for the Cowgirls. That one is low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Anna Kelly playing center field for the Tigers tonight. Sits on that one. It's on the outside part of the zone, and it's a called strike 2. Makes it an 0-2 or 1-1 count in favor of McKenna Lahman, who's pitching tonight. Here's the 1-1. In play, foul along the first base line. We'll get another. Brings the count to 1-2. And 1 ball, 2 strikes. To Anna Kelly. McKenna Lahman very deliberate with her delivery. Fires the 1-2 just outside for a ball. Brings it to a 2-2 count. McKenna Wichman grounded out. Jenna Reynolds struck out. Now the 2-2, Lahman trying to work a clean inning. And that is just outside. Called ball. Fills the count up at 3-2. These 2 teams met last year. They met twice. Once in conference play, once in conference tournament play. Griswold was victorious in both those. Here's the payoff pitch. In play to short. Gets in the gap. And it's a 2-out single for Anna Kelly. As Sheldon just couldn't quite glove it. And that's the first hit of the night for Griswold. Haley Pennock up to the plate, the cleanup hitter for the Tigers, playing shortstop. Comes up to the dish. 1 on, 2 gone for Griswold here in their frame of the first. Pennock swings to that one. That is back to center. That is well gone. Haley Pennock with a 2-out knock. Drives in 2 here in the bottom of the first. And it's 2-zip Griswold early on. That's what you want in the first inning as Haley Pennock goes yard. I don't think I've ever done a game where there's been a first inning home run until now. And that comes courtesy of Haley Pennock. Now Dakota Reynolds, the 5-hitter in the lineup for Griswold, comes up. With 2 gone. That one misses high upstairs, and it's a ball, 1-0 the count. This inning started with Wichman grounding out. Reynolds struck out. You thought maybe McKenna Lahman going to be able to work a clean inning. Kelly's able to muscle a single, and then Haley Pennock sent one to straight center. That one is just high and outside on Dakota Reynolds. Talking to Griswold coach Jody Roselle on our sports feature today. Up and down their lineup, they've got girls that can produce runs. As that pitch is outside for a ball, and it's a 3-0 count. So Lahman worked those 2 quick outs, and then since then it's not gone the way she envisioned. Here's the 3-0 to Dakota Reynolds. Just outside, and it's a 4-pitch walk, and McKenna Askland will come up to the plate for the Tigers. Askland, another hitter. Griswold's got, a handful of girls that can go deep at any time. We just saw Pennock do it. Askland's been known to do that in her career. Anna Kelly as well. McKenna Askland just hitting 143 on the season, only 1 hit and 7 at-bats. Sits on the first pitch in the dirt. Sheldon kept it in front of her. Again, defensively for Sidney, they've got Jolie Sheldon catching. Harley Spurlock is at first. Caden Payne at second. Fallon Sheldon at short. Mia Foster at third. It's Presley Brumbaugh on left. Emily Hutt in center. Annika Hayes in right. The 1-0 with 2 gone on its way. And check swing, they're going to say that Askland went. And it's a 1-1 count. It's Faith Brumbaugh. I knew I was going to get them mixed up at some point tonight. In left, not Presley Brumbaugh. Now here's a shot to center by Askland, and that'll drop against the fence. They will send the runner around, and getting in safely is Reynolds, so it's a RBI double for McKenna Askland, and things really going the way that Griswold wanted after having 2 outs early on. They've been able to get 3 hits and a walk. Now it's up to the 7-hitter, Brenna Roselle. Roselle awaits the first pitch from Lahman. Fouls that one back to the fence. Again, 3-zip Griswold here in the top of the first. Just the way the Tigers drew it up. The runner on scoring position as well at second. And McKenna Askland, that one is low for a ball. And it's a 1-1 count to Brenna Roselle. Now the 1-1 hit in play to first. Can't quite be grabbed by Spurlock. That rolls into right. They'll send the runner Askland around. She'll score standing up with some nifty base running, and it's now 4-0 Griswold. Brenna Roselle keeps the line moving. I think they're going to rule that an error. Spurlock tried to snag it, couldn't. And it's now 4-0 Griswold. And Sidney head coach Dustin Sheldon's going to come out of the dugout and talk to his defense. If you're just tuning in, first of all, thank you. Second of all, you've missed quite a bit of action. McKenna Wichman and Jenna Reynolds went down to start the game. First pitch to Sheldon is in there for a strike. 207 to center, 188 to the corners here in Sidney. I'd say Haley Pennock sent that one a good 215 or 220. That one in play, into center, coming over, and not going to be able to get it is Kelly or Reynolds from second. It's a 2-out single for Jolie Sheldon. And Faith Brumbaugh, the cleanup hitter for Sidney, comes up to the plate. I believe we've got the video stream back up and going. If the sun could go down a little bit and give us some shade, we would We would much appreciate that, but we shall see. So Sheldon at first. Faith Brumbaugh at the plate with 2 gone. That one misses high for a ball. Mia Foster, Fallon Sheldon both struck out. Jolie Sheldon got on with a single just moments ago. Griswold had some 2-out production. Now let's see if Sidney can return the favor. One misses low for a ball, and it's a 2-0 count on Faith Brumbaugh. So 2 balls, no strikes. That one's inside for a ball, and it's a 3-0 count. The winner of this one will assume first place in the quarter conference. Now, it's still really, really early in the season, and they'll meet again later on this year. Of course, you've got the conference tournament as well as the 3-0 is in there for a strike, brings it to a 3-1 count. Last year, both teams kind of hovered around 500. Griswold played some tough teams as well. It's a 3-1 upstairs, and it's a walk to put runners on first and second. So move Jolie Sheldon to second, Faith Brumbaugh to first, and Caden Payne, the second baseman, up to the dish for Sidney, with a chance to, put one in play, and it's probably scoring a run. They've got Emily Hutt awaiting on deck. So the first pitch to Payne is swung on and missed for strike 1. Sidney this year under first-year head coach Dustin Sheldon. He's been an assistant for a handful of years, also a part of their junior high and youth programs. As longtime softball coach Kent Larson stepped down, still their AD. That one's in there for a strike, brings it to an 0-2 count, and now Milliken just 1 strike away from working out of this jam. With an 0-2 count. Carly Milliken, only a freshman, launches the 0-2. In play, slow roller to first. Asplin comes over, tags the bag, and that's how the inning ends. So Sidney gets no runs on 1 hit. We go to the second, and it's 4-zip Griswold here on the KMA Extreme, online at KMAland.com.
This is Kane with Gowing Plumbing. Gowing Plumbing is the name to remember for 24-hour service. That includes after hours and weekends, because that is when problems usually occur. We're located in Shenandoah, but we also serve the surrounding communities. That's the way it's been done for more than 70 years. And we work on boiler heat, so call fully licensed Gowing Plumbing any time of day or night, 246-1803, or after hours at 712-310-9248. This is Kane with Gowing Plumbing. Gowing Plumbing is the name to remember for 24-hour service. That includes after hours and weekends, because that is when problems usually occur. We're located in Shenandoah, but we also serve the surrounding communities. That's the way it's been done for more than 70 years. And we work on boiler heat, so call fully licensed Gowing Plumbing any time of day or night, 246-1803, or after hours at 712-310-9248.
Well, it's the 9-1-2 hitters due up for Griswold in this inning. It's Lydia Greenman, McKenna Witchman, Jenna Reynolds. Anybody gets on base, Anna Kelly will get a plate appearance as well. 4-zip Griswold through 1. McKenna Lahman is pitching for Sidney. Again, it's Lydia Greiman up to the plate, with McKenna Witchman and Jenna Reynolds awaiting as well. So Greiman looking for her first at-bat of the night. Gets an order from Coach Jody Roselle, and now gets ready for the first pitch from Lahman. The infielder playing up at third with Foster, and that one is a called ball. 1-0 the count. Lydia Greiman playing left field for the Tigers tonight. Awaits the 1-0. It's on its way. It's in the low part of the zone for a called strike. Brings it to a 1-1. Griswold last year, like I said, hovered around 500. Got to A regional semifinal. Had a battle with Xavier Elkhorn Kimballton as that one drops in the gap in center. Give Griman a leadoff single to start things. For Griswold, McKenna Witchman will go to the top of the order now. Witchman was a ground out victim back in the second inning. Or back in the first inning. Now we're here in the second. And 4-zip Griswold. Through one inning of fun here on the KMA stream and video streaming at KMAland.com. The first pitch to Witchman, low for a ball, and 1-0 the count. Now Witchman, as I mentioned earlier, hitting at a ridiculous clip early on this season. Coming into today, she was .667 with 6 at-bats. Now that will go down a little bit with the ground out she just got, but still, 4 of 7. He'll take those. That's hit and play. Chopper to second. They'll go to first. Will Payne to Spurlock. She tries not to turn 2. So Griman's able to advance. Kind of an interesting decision there. Normally you want to get the lead runner out, but you had the easier play at first. So Witchman goes down. Jenna Reynolds, who was a strikeout victim in the first, comes up to the plate. The first pitch from Lahman to Reynolds, outside for a ball. Sidney last year, as I said, they shared the Corner Conference regular season title with Stanton and Griswold. They were 8-8 overall. Ended up losing to Stanton in the postseason as that one misses low for a ball. So 2-0 the count from Lahman to Reynolds. Well, they lost some pieces from that team as well. Olivia Larson, who had been a standout for them, has graduated. Danica Lahman had been a key contributor. Is that one in play, into left, coming over as Brumbaugh. She can't get to it, and it drops for a one-out single. But they'll get the throw out at third as Griman had committed, and there was nothing she could do. And that goes in the books as a tag out. So give Reynolds a single. Her first hit of the night, and up to the plate now comes Anna Kelly. For Griswold, Kelly reached on a walk back in the first inning. 2 gone here in the second. That one outside for a ball, makes it a 1-0 count. And 1 ball, no strikes to Anna Kelly, the center fielder for the Tigers. Hit in play into center. That is back. That'll drop against the fence. They will easily send Reynolds around. And Kelly is at second with a stand-up double. So an RBI for Anna Kelly. Moves her to second. Scores Jenna Reynolds. And it's 5-0 Griswold with Haley Pennock coming up to the plate. See if maybe you... That one's probably too early to think about an intentional walk. That one bounces in the dirt, gets by the catcher, Sheldon. That'll allow Kelly to snag third. And Griswold leading 5-zip with a chance to maybe add on to this lead. Haley Pennock went deep with a 2-run blast in the first. He's ready for the first pitch, sits on it. It's a strike. It should be a 1-1 count. That was a pass ball that got by Sheldon, and now they put it on the board. He's a 1-1. So 1-1, 2 outs. Here at the top of the second on the KMA Extreme and video streaming at KMAland.com. That one in play. Pennock to left. That is gone as well. It is a 2-homer night for Haley Pennock. When you've got it, you've got it. She went to straight center the first time. She goes to left this time, and it's 7-zip Griswold here in the second. I wonder if they're not done pitching to her tonight. Hey, like I said, when it's your night, it is your night, and it is obviously Haley Pennock's night. As now Coach Sheldon will come out have a conversation with his defense. That one went clear out of the parking lot. As long as it didn't hit the station vehicle, that's okay. So back-to-back two-run blasts for Haley Pennock. And we've only played 2 innings at 7-zip Griswold. I don't know how often. I mean, I've never seen someone be able to get home runs in the first and second innings. Now up is Dakota Reynolds. She sits on that one in the dirt. And it's a 1-0 count. So the 1-0. And it's in there for a strike. 7-0 Griswold. And a 1-1 count to Dakota Reynolds. That one misses for a ball, and it's a 2-1 count. Again, 7-zip after that 2-run blast. Dakota Reynolds, who reached on a walk in the first, up to the plate. That one off of the gear of Sheldon. And it's a 3-1 count. This inning started with Lydia Greiman getting on, and then McKenna Witchman grounded out. Greiman got thrown out at third. Jenna Reynolds singled. Anna Kelly drove in a run with a double. That's hit in play into right. Coming over and making the grab is Annika Hayes to end the inning. But 7-zip Griswold. As we go to the bottom of the second on the KMA Extreme online at KMAland.com.
Iowa Western Community College has important news for you. If you're a high school senior trying to figure out what your next step in life will be after high school, consider this. Students learning trade-specific skills will get you into the workplace quicker, making a good living and having a lot less college debt. Iowa Western offers 1 to 2 year programs in nursing, welding, industrial tech, and advanced manufacturing, plus many others. Great skills and great pay in less time. Talk to Iowa Western Community College in Clarinda and Shenandoah and start planning your future now.
Bedford Drug offers more than just your prescriptions. They are now providing immunizations, including flu, pneumonia, and shingles vaccinations. Plus, they offer prescription synchronization for your convenience. Stop in and visit with pharmacist Mike Schweitzer for more information. See their expanded gift selection, too. Convenience, competitive prices, and people willing to help. Just a few reasons that Bedford Drug is the pharmacy with more for you. Get professional and experienced advice on the spot. Bedford Drug on Main Street in Bedford.
Well, we go to the bottom of the second here in Sidney. It's 7-zip Griswold. They got 4 in the first, 3 in the second. Haley Pennock's got a pair of 2-run homers to her name tonight. Also, Jenna Reynolds has been able to drive in a run. Now, coming up for Sidney in this inning is they're trying to spark a rally. They're going to rely on Emily Hunt, McKenna Lahman, and Annika Hayes. It's the 6, 7, 8 hitters for the Cowgirls. Again, they find themselves in a 7-0 deficit early on. Carly Milliken is in the circle for the Tigers here tonight and got out of a jam in the first. And we get ready for Emily Hunt, the lefty, to the plate. Shows bunt, pulls back. And it's a called strike, though, on Emily Hutt. First time through the order, still for the Cowgirls. It's the next pitch from Milliken. Swung on and missed, brings it to an 0-2 count. Defensively for Griswold, Carly Milliken pitching, McKenna Witchman catching, McKenna Asklund is at first, Jenna Reynolds at second, Haley Pennock at short, Brenna Roselle at third. Outfield is Lydia Greiman, Anna Kelly, Dakota Reynolds. As that one misses outside for a ball, brings it to a 1-2 count on Emily Hutt. So the 1-2 from Milliken. Swing and a miss, and that's another strikeout for Carly Milliken. Give her 3 on the night. And McKenna Lahman, the pitcher, would love to get on base, find a way to maybe scratch back into this. Again, it's a long game, or at least you would like to make it a long game. If you're Sidney right now, if you're Griswold, you really like where things are. It is fouled back, and obviously we're still a ways from it, but if Griswold was able to put together, say, a 5-run inning in the third, there'd be a chance this game could come to a premature end. So that one's a called strike, and it's an 0-2 count. Of course, we're a long ways from that. So 0-2 on McKenna Lahman with 1 gone here in the bottom of the second. The 0-2 fouled up. That was kind of high. She takes a hack at it, gets just a piece of it. Sends it back. I don't know if it landed in the baseball field or close to it. And they do something neat here in Sidney where you bring a softball back, you get a quarter, you bring a baseball back, you get 50 cents. That's swung on and missed for the second out of the inning. Kent Larson tells me that you get 50 cents for a baseball because you have to go to the cornfield. Now, when I was a kid back in Villisca, it was a piece of bubble gum if you brought a foul ball back. Usually you had to go chase it out of the playground behind the baseball fields. That's swung on and missed by Annika Hayes for a strike. So Milliken already 4 strikeouts tonight through 1 2/3 innings of action. We got an 0-1 count right now on the 8-hitter, Annika Hayes. The next one for Milliken. Upstairs for a ball, and it's a 1-1 count. 7-zip Griswold here in the bottom of the second. Sidney trying to scratch back into this, but now they've got 2 gone and nobody on. That one on the outside part of the zone, they call it a strike. It's a 1-2 count to Annika Hayes, and Milliken a chance to work a clean inning. If she can get 1 more strike. Steps back onto the rubber. Here's the 1-2. Chopped along the third baseline. Coming up to it, Roselle. Long throw. It was high. Aspen had to come off the bag. And that'll put Annika Hayes on. I'm not sure whether they'll rule that a hit or an error. They're going to rule it a throwing error. So now Harley Spurlock, the 9-hitter, up to the plate for Sidney. With 2 gone. Spurlock still working their first time through the order. Are the Cowgirls. She swings out, took a healthy swing, but just misses, and it's an 0-1 count. 0-1 with 2 gone to Harley Spurlock. She's playing first base for Sidney here tonight. And the 0-1 low for a ball. Wichman got up ready to make a throw to second if needed, but Annika Hayes wasn't going anywhere. So 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 away. Carly Milliken will take a look at her wristband, step back into the center of the circle, and launch the 1-1 that is low and inside for a ball. And again, Wichman gets up. She's ready to make a play. And it's a 2-1 count to Harley Spurlock. Emily Hutt struck out. McKenna Lahman struck out. Annika Hayes reached on air. That one upstairs for a ball. It's a 3-1 count. Milliken has only given up she's only been charged with 1 base runner. There's been a couple of errors. Jolie Sheldon had a single earlier. Here's the 3-1 on its way, and it's low. It's a 5-pitch walk. Harley Spurlock brings it back to the top of the order with Mia Foster, who struck out to start things for Sidney here tonight. It's 7-zip Griswold here in the bottom of the second. That one is in there for a strike. So it's an 0-1 count to Mia Foster. Again, already 2 batters retired for Sidney in this inning. And the 0-1 swung on and missed. It's strike 2 for Foster. She steps out of the batter's box. So now we've got some shade here in Sidney. The 0-2 in play, dropping back, making a catch at short is Roselle. Pennock really had to extend out to get it. But Haley Pennock ends the inning. Sidney gets a runner on, gets 2 runners on, but can't score any. And we go to the third. It's 7-zip Griswold here on the KMA Extreme, online, KMAland.com.
Why choose Malvern Bank?
Because Malvern Bank is an education bank. Malvern Bank provides online informative resources and teaches folks like me financial literacy.
Malvern Bank takes the time to answer your money questions on the phone, in person, or online. As an education bank, we want our customers to be mindful about money.
To become a Malvern Bank customer, visit their website at malvern.bank and be sure to follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Malvern Bank, we build community.
Member FDIC.
From large projects to daily tasks, we can help at Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. This is Josh, and we pride ourselves on quality products, knowledge, and service. We're always available for advice on the projects that take years to design or the issues that need fixed in a hurry. And we offer free estimates on anything and everything you need to complete both. When you have a demand, we offer the supply. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah.
Well, we go to the third here in Sidney, and leading things off for Griswold, it's McKenna Asklund. Then they'll go with Brenna Roselle, Carly Milliken. If anybody gets on base, Lydia Greiman would join the fun. Top of the third here on the KMA Extreme, online, KMAland.com. Also video streaming. Trevor Mader here with you tonight. Levi Sun operating the video stream. We've got it up and going as that pitch is high and upstairs, makes it a 1-0 count. McKenna Lahman pitching for the Cowgirls tonight. Griswold got 4 in the first, 3 in the second. The common denominator, a pair of 2-run blasts from Haley Pennock. 1-0 swung on by Asklund, drifting foul along the first baseline. Harley Spurlock grabs it, and there's 1 gone for Griswold here in the third. Now Brenna Roselle up to the plate. Roselle got on via an error back in the first inning. Say, of all the PA announcers across KMA land, Kent Larson is perhaps the most descriptive, and I love that. Here's the 0-0. It's a ball. Now 1 ball, no strikes. And 1 gone as McKenna Asklund flew out just moments ago along the first baseline. Roselle awaits the 1-0. That one's high, and it's a 2-0 count. Seven zip Griswold. Tigers looking to move to 5-0 on the year. It's the 2-0 in play. Slow roller to third on a hop. Foster, the throw to first to Spurlock is there. And there's 2 away in this inning. That was kind of a tough throw, but now Carly Milliken will try to keep the inning alive. She was a ground out back in the first inning. The first pitch from Lahman to Milliken. Swung on, popped up, coming over to try to make a play as Sheldon can't get it. Loses her glove in the process as well. She decided not to shed the helmet. Didn't really have a lot of time on that. And missed it by just a step. Mia Foster came over from third as well to try to help if needed, but neither one of them could field it. 0-1 the count to Carly Milliken. That one's in the dirt. I hit her off the bounce. It's a 1-1 count. Again, it is not an awarded base if it hits you off the bounce. That's what it did. It bounced off her ankle. She steps out of the box for a moment, gets ready to back go, and awaits the 1-1 on the way from Lahman. That one rolls to Sheldon. She keeps it in front of her. And it's a 2-0 count. Again, defensively for Sidney, McKenna Lawman pitching, Jolie Sheldon catching, Harley Spurlock at first, Caden Payne at short, Caden Payne at second, Fallon Sheldon at short, Mia Foster at third, Faith Brumby, Emily Hutt, Annika Hayes in the outfield left to right. That one again bounces to Sheldon. And it's a 3-1 count in favor of the batter. That is Carly Milliken. The pitcher would love to help her own cause. Already got 4 strikeouts tonight. Gets ready for the 3-1. It's low, and it's a 5-pitch walk to Milliken.
Gets a 2-out walk.
And we go to the 9-hitter, Lydia Greiman. With 2 away, we're going to get a courtesy runner for Griswold with Milliken being the pitcher and being, 2 outs. Aaron Peterson will come in and run for the Tigers. So far in the base pass this year, she's got 1 stolen bag and 1 attempt. Also has scored 5 times. That's tied for the most on the team with Dakota Reynolds, who's also scored 5. So Greiman, the 9-hitter, singled. That one's a strike. Runner goes. Getting down is Peterson. She's now got 2 stolen bags on the season. Greiman sat on that one, and there's no 1 count. Sheldon made the toss out to second, and Peterson able to beat it out. And a runner in scoring position for Griswold with 2 outs, and Lydia Greiman trying to do something. That one in the dirt. Sheldon keeps it in front of her. And it's a 1-1 count. Again, 1 ball, 1 strike to Greiman. In play, slow roller. Throw to first from short is there, from Sheldon to Spurlock. Now the runner at second, Milliken was kind of committed. She was going to wait for the throw and make up her mind. Doesn't matter because it's an out. But we go to the clean inning for Sidney, by the way. They don't give up any runs. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. 7-zip Griswold here on the KMA Extreme. Online, KMAland.com.
Nutrient Ag Solutions is your leading agricultural retailer of crop inputs and expert solutions. And they're your choice in the region for top-of-the-line products and customer service. When nothing short of the best is your standard, talk with Nutrient Ag Solutions in Westboro, Missouri, Coyne, Percival, and Essex, Iowa for fall application and products. Nutrient Ag Solutions, growing your crops and your bottom line.
The accolades are pouring in for Northwest Missouri State University. U.S. News and World Report ranks Northwest at Missouri's top. Zippia.com rates it as the best school in Missouri to get a job. And SafeWise ranks Northwest among the nation's safest. Northwest continues to deliver a quality education, so you are career ready on day 1. Plus, your textbooks and fully loaded laptop are included in your tuition. Visit nwmissouri.edu to apply today. Northwest Missouri State University, where Bearcats connect.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's 7-zip Griswold here on the KMA Extreme. Online, KMAland.com. Also, video streaming, got that up and running. And due up for Sidney this inning, it looks to be Fallon Sheldon, Jolie Sheldon, and Faith Brumbaugh. Anybody gets on base, Caden Payne would get a plate appearance as well. Griswold put on 4 in the 1st, 3 in the 2nd. Did not get any in the 3rd. Sidney's only been able to get a couple of base runners tonight. They've got 2 in each inning, just haven't been able to do anything with them. Jolie Sheldon, who waits on deck, was one of those hitters. She singled back in the 1st. Here's the first pitch to Sheldon, that being Fallon Sheldon. She sits on it, and it's a ball. Makes it a 1-0 count. So the 1-0 to Fallon Sheldon. Carly Milliken in the circle. Sits on that one, and it's now a 2-0 count in her favor as that one misses for a ball. Milliken toes the rubber, launches the 2-0, fouled back out of play. That'll drop between the ball fields here in Sidney. The left center field of the baseball stadium even with the home plate here at the softball stadium in Sidney. So the 2-1 on its way to Sheldon. Misses high and inside. It's a 3-1 count. Sheldon, her second time through the order. She was a strikeout victim of Milliken's back in the first. That one is inside, and Sheldon will take a bag with a walk. And if you're Sidney, I think, as Brian Bertini would say, you want to get that lead runner on, and that's exactly what they do here. Now Jolie Sheldon, who has a single. I believe that's the only hit Sidney's had tonight was Jolie Sheldon's single, so you would definitely take something like that here again. Pitch to Sheldon, popped up. Asklund takes a couple of steps over, gets underneath it, and there's one gone. That ball really went sky high. And, with the sun, too, that can be kind of tough to track down, but Asklund made the adjustments, gets the out, keeps her runner at first. Faith Brumbaugh up for her second plate appearance of the night. She got on back in the first inning. Again, one gone, 7-zip Griswold, bottom of the third here in the KMA Extreme. First pitch to Brumbaugh, inside for a strike, and Wishman again shoots up, ready to take on all runners. Carly Milliken pitching, McKenna Wishman catching. McKenna Asklund at first, Jenna Reynolds at second, Haley Pennock at short, Brenna Roselle at third, Lydia Graham and Anna Kelly, Dakota Reynolds in the outfield. Roller right to the first base bag, Asklund grabs it, steps on the base, decides not to turn two, they're going to call it foul anyways, so that was very close, but it just rolled foul at the last moment. It's an 0-2 count. Brumbaugh trying to keep this at-bat alive. The 0-2 foul back, just got a piece of it to keep it alive. If you're just tuning in, Griswold put 4 onto the first, 3 onto the second. Didn't get any in the third. Sidney's still looking for their first run of the night. They've had 5 base runners now tonight. This is their first base runner that comes with less than 2 outs as well. Here's the 0-2, called strike 3. And Brumbaugh goes down for the second of the inning. That's the 5th strikeout of the night for Carly Milliken. And Caden Payne comes up with 2 away here in the third. Emily Hutt awaits in the circle, in the on-deck circle for Coach Dustin Sheldon's squad. Pitch to Payne is low for a ball, 1-0 the count. Been a fun week of high school baseball and softball. Last night I had a thriller in the Western Iowa Conference. Trainer walked off a winner over Riverside. 2 nights ago it was a thriller in the Hawkeye tennis. Clarinda beat Red Oak. Here's a swing and a miss just upstairs. Payne had her cut a little lower than it should have been, and it's a 1-1 count on her. Also, we had Shan Red Oak baseball last night. Got a busy week next week. Underwood Trainer baseball on Monday. We're excited for that one. Riverside Shan softball on Wednesday is a 1-1 in play. Slow roller to second. Reynolds will make the easy scoop to Asklund, and that's how the inning will end. So Sidney gets no runs on no hits. They leave 1 on. We go to the 4th. 7-zip Griswold here on the KMA Extreme, online, KMAland.com.
At PCSB, we believe in helping our customers and our community grow, and service is how we do it. This is about making banking better. We are here to serve. We have an innovative spirit and a heart for people that moves us to do what's right. Because at the end of the day, we know what matters most. Visit us online at wearepcsb.com. PCSB, we believe in you. Member FDIC.
Many businesses talk about service, but at Rogers Pharmacy, it's not just talk, setting them apart from the big box stores. They're a full-service pharmacy where you can not only fill prescriptions, but they also carry an impressive line of medical equipment to meet all of your needs. So whether you need oxygen, CPAP, BiPAP, lift chairs, or diabetic shoes, Rogers Pharmacy has them all. Let their family serve your family. The full-service, family-owned, independent Rogers Pharmacy, located in Tarkio, Mound City, Maryville, and St. Joe. Visit rogersrx.com.
We go to the fourth. It's McKenna Wichman, Jenna Reynolds, Anna Kelly. Haley Pennock awaiting on deck if anyone can get on. And that one's inside on McKenna Wichman. This game a 5:30 start. We love those. Never turn them down, especially on a Friday night. The 1-0 to Wichman in there for a strike makes it 1-1. And 1 ball, 1 strike to McKenna Wichman. 0 for 2 tonight with a pair of groundouts. That is the only Griswold batter that has not reached base in some way, shape, or form. She sits on that one inside. That almost got her on the elbow. And it's a 2-1 count. Big inning here for Griswold could really put them in a good spot. As here's the 2-1. Low for a ball, 3-1 the count. Reynolds has singled. Kelly has a couple of hits. Pennock has homered. Dakota Reynolds got on with a walk. McKenna Asplin has a hit. Brenna Roselle has a hit. Carly Milliken got on with a walk. Lydia Greiman has a hit. McKenna Wichman 1 pitch away from drawing a walk. She chops one right back to Lahman, who will throw to first to Spurlock. And there's 1 gone. So an 0 for 3 night now for McKenna Wichman. And we go to Jenna Reynolds now. 1 for 2 on the evening. A strikeout and a single. Scored a run back in the second. 7-zip. Griswold. Looks like McKenna Lahman maybe settle in a little bit. We'll see. They've got Reynolds up and Anna Kelly awaits on deck. If either one of them get on, Haley Pennock would get a plate appearance. That one's in the dirt and outside for a ball. I really wonder, if you're Coach Dustin Sheldon, how do you attack it? I think it depends too. If you've got extra bases, and definitely if there's 2 outs, I would think maybe you just give her the base. She's already went deep on you twice. That's popped up along the third base line, and unable to make the play is Foster as that trailed foul. She'd have to cover a lot of ground to get to it. And it's a 1-1 count to the 2-hitter Jenna Reynolds. I mentioned Reynolds, a standout golfer for the Tigers, was a state qualifier. I believe she was a quarter conference champion as well. Here's the 1-1. That is hit to center. Coming underneath it is Hutt. She's there for the second out. And Anna Kelly up. So 5 of the last 6 batters have gone down for Griswold. And Anna Kelly with a ribby and a couple of hits and a couple of runs as well. Would love to add to it. Griswold again so far this year. They've got wins over Tri-Center, East Mills, Stanton, and Boyer Valley. They scored 29 runs in their first 2 games. As Kelly sits on that one that's low and away for a ball. They beat Tri-Center 13-1, beats East Mills 16-4. They got a 6-1 win over Stanton. Last night walked off on Boyer Valley 5-4. Jenna Reynolds is able to plate a run on a suicide squeeze. That's on the outside part of the zone. Call and strike and a 1-1 count. And Haley Pennock awaits on deck with 2 away. The lefty, Anna Kelly, at the plate. Upstairs and outside, 2-1 the count. Here in Sidney in the top of the 4th. Like the pace of this game, going on an hour. Start a little after 5:30 as Kelly puts that one in play. Coming over from short and making the grab is Sheldon. And it's 3 up, 3 down for Griswold. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 7-zip Griswold here on the KMA Extreme Online, KMAland.com.
When people ask me what my dad does, I still don't have exactly the right answer. This is Sadie, and my dad is Shane from Schaff Ag. I know he takes calls and texts early in the morning and late at night. I know he does research to find the best products at the best prices. And I know he says, I'll get that done for you. But I guess I'm still not sure what all is involved in every aspect of agronomy. But I know my dad does it all. Call Shane at Schaff Ag and see for yourself. 712-520-1333.
OSI is considered a premier global food provider by many of the world's leading brands. OSI delivers leading-edge food solutions for product development as well as processing, and much of it is done from their Oakland, Iowa plant. Being a leader in the industry allows OSI Oakland to give back to the communities by sponsoring area high school events, offering special programs for veterans and other community outreach programs. To learn more, visit osigroup.com and search for the Oakland, Iowa location.
While Sidney trying to maybe spark a rally here, we go to the bottom of the fourth. It's Emily Hutt, McKenna Lahman, Annika Hayes, 6, 7, 8 hitters. If anybody gets on, Harley Spurlock, the 9-hitter, would get up to the dish. Sidney 4-3 on the year. Griswold 4-0. So one of these two teams going to get their 5th win of the year, also going to get their 3rd conference win. Griswold's 2, as I mentioned, over East Mills and Stanton. Sidney's over FM and Red Oak, or over FM and East Mills. They have a win over Red Oak as well. You look at their wins, they've got FM and East Mills in conference, Red Oak and Shannon out of conference. Their 3 losses are to a couple of really good teams. Lennox, who's ranked in Class 1A, and then Woodbine, who I think you could very well make an argument for to be ranked in Class 1A. First pitch to Hutt is in there for a strike. Carly Milliken wheeling and dealing for the Tigers tonight. She's got 5 strikeouts to her name. Really came on last year as a freshman, or a sophomore, as an 8th grader. Now she's a freshman, or will be a sophomore. A healthy swing missed by Hutt. Milliken so far this year, 13 strikeouts in 7 2/3 innings. So, that tells you about a strikeout and a half per inning. Right now she's got 5 through 3, so that would be about a strikeout and a half. That one's upstairs for a ball, makes it a 1-2 count. They've got Carly Milliken and Brenna Roselle they can both lean on, and that's a problem that I think every coach would love to have not just one but 2 pitchers that you feel comfortable with every night. As that one goes up for a ball, makes it a 2-2 count. Especially you get, maybe into the dog days of the summer, or you get to some of those Saturday tournaments where you might play, a couple games. You'd love to have a couple different arms to toss. And, last year Roselle had 57 innings, Milliken 59. That pitch swung on and missed by Hutt. That is the 6th strikeout of the night for Carly Milliken. 1 gone here in the 4th. And McKenna Lahman comes up to the plate. She was a strikeout victim in the 1st. I believe 5 of the 9 Sidney batters have been a strikeout victim. Pitcher against pitcher, Lahman pops that one up sky high. Asklin drifting over, gets underneath it. Reynolds was there to help her in case she needed it. She doesn't. 1 pitch, and out, and there's 2 away here in the 4th. Annika Hayes, who reached on an error, her only plate appearance of the game, comes up now. 7-0 Griswold. Bottom of the 4th here on the KMA Extreme Online, KMAland.com. Emily Hutt struck out. McKenna Lahman popped out a moment ago. Now that is fouled back out of play by Annika Hayes. Get you some numbers on Hayes here in just a moment. Again, she got on an error earlier and awaits the pitch from Milliken. Hit in play, foul on left field line, so it goes out of play. Annika Hayes so far this year, she's been making contact, 375 and 16 at-bats, so that's a pretty hefty sample size. She's been able to muscle 6 hits, she's got 1 extra base hit, also has 1 RBI to her name. Here's the pitch to Hayes on the 0-2. Milliken trying to get out of this inning. It's popped up into shallow center, dropping for a hit with 2 outs for Annika Hayes. So she'll boost her batting average by a little bit. And it's Harley Spurlock to the dish. She walked back in the 2nd inning. Sidney's now got 6 base runners tonight, 5 of which have been with 2 outs. They haven't been able to turn any of those into runs yet, though. First pitch to Spurlock. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Yeah, Witchman, when there's a runner on, she does not mess around getting up out of her stance. Makes it, if you're a runner, obviously you notice those sort of things. It makes it kind of hard to go. That one's inside, and Hayes thought about going. Wichman on a line down to Askland. Hayes able to retreat back, but that was maybe closer than it should have been. And it's their first strike as well. 0-2 from Carly Milliken to Harley Spurlock. The 0-2 on its way. Griswold trying to get out of this inning. It's high for a ball. 1-2 the count. Griswold got 4 in the first as Haley Pennock homered. McKenna Asklund drove it an RBI. Then Jenna Reynolds got a single. Anna Kelly had an RBI. Haley Pennock homered again. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Strikeout 7 from Carly Milliken. Sidney strands another runner. That's their 6th of the night. We go to the 5th. 7-zip Griswold here on the KMA Extreme. Online, KMAland.com.
Make life just a little sweeter with the help from Sugar Makery here in Glenwood, Iowa. This is Alexis.
And Malcolm.
Inviting you in to see how our Sweet Vision is now the perfect treat for a family experience. Or stop by and let us help you find the perfect gift for anybody. Our popcorn, candy, and soda are always the perfect fit, and we can customize packaging to any team, school, or favorite colors. We are open 11 to 8 Monday through Saturday and Sunday noon to 8. Come check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
At the ARC Group, we take a disciplined approach to marketing. We understand that education and experience must be at the forefront of your decision-making process, and we also understand that all farms manage risk differently. This is Tim again with the ARC Group. I would like to meet with you, learn about your operation, understand your short and long-term goals, and then together we form a plan to maximize profitability on your farm. Call me at 712-370-3497 or visit us at agrisconsulting.net.
Welcome back to Sidney here on the KMA Extreme Online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader here with you tonight. Also video streaming, KMAland.com. And we go to the 5th. It is 7-zip Griswold. 3 runs here, a clean inning, and the Tigers would get out of this one with an early Friday night victory. Of course, Sidney has other plans. Give McKenna Lahman credit. Got knocked around a little bit early. Has been able to kind of battle back, and they're not even going to try to pitch to Haley Pennock. They're just going to give her the base. And it's a leadoff intentional walk. You don't see that a lot, but I'd say when someone goes deep on you in their first 2 at-bats of the game, if there's a time to do that, it's a good time. And now it means you really want to pitch to Dakota Reynolds. That one's just low. Reynolds got on a walk, was also the final out of the 2nd inning. That is Griswold's first base runner since Carly Milliken reached on a walk back in the 3rd. So 1-0 the count to Dakota Reynolds. Is playing right field tonight. She hits that one in the gap in center on a hop. They will keep Pennock at 2nd. Hutt fielded it, took a throw to 3rd, and Reynolds keeps the line moving with a single, moved Pennock to 2nd. McKenna Asklund's got an RBI tonight, 1 for 2 on the evening. She comes up to the plate. She's more than capable of keeping the line moving or clearing the bases or getting one across at least. First pitch from Lahman, low for a ball. So 1-0 the count. 7-zip Griswold. Here in the top of 5th. Tigers trying to make a statement in the corner conference. That one in there for a strike on Asklund, and it's a 1-1 count. Asklund this season, get you her tally, and she's hitting .298. Sure, that was last year's total. She had .298. That one misses for a ball. And so I had last year's stats when I was looking at the pitching production, but Asklund this year has hit .250. 143 to .250 on base. Sits on that one, misses high for a ball. So now she's sitting 2 for 9 on the season. This was coming in tonight. She was 1 for 7, but she 1 for 2 on the evening. Sitting on a 3-1 count right now for McKenna Lahman with runners on first and second. Asklin fouls that out of play along the third base line. This is a big batter for Lahman to work out because you really don't want to get in a situation where you load the bases with no outs. Definitely knowing your backs are against the wall. And I mean, a 3-run inning for Griswold and then a clean frame defensively would send this game to a premature end. That one rolls to Sheldon. I don't even know that made it to the batter's box before rolling, and it's a walk for McKenna Asklin. So Pennock to third, Reynolds to second, Asklin to first. Brenna Roselle, who's was a ground-out victim back in the third, comes up to play with an RBI opportunity. 7-zip Griswold here in the top of the fifth. First pitch to Roselle, hops to Sheldon, gets by the catcher. They will keep the runners as Jolie Sheldon did a good job of getting up and getting to it. Haley Pennock didn't look like she really wanted to mess with trying to run on that. So the 1-0 to Brenna Roselle. Chopped to short. The throw home on the force is going to roll to the backstop. It was kind of a bang-bang play. I think had it been there, it would have been, like I said, close, but it kind of, I don't know if it hit Pennock or it hit Sheldon, but it scores Pennock. So it's a fielder's choice RBI for Brenna Roselle. Dakota Reynolds to third, McKenna Asklin to second. Carly Milliken, the pitcher, to the plate. It's 8-0 Griswold now. And they've still got the bases full of runners. First pitch from Lahman to Milliken. Hit in the gap in center. They send one around. Here comes Asklin. It's a 10-run game now with a 2 RBI knock from Carly Milliken. She gets to first standing up. Brenna Roselle moves to second. Dakota Reynolds scored. McKenna Asklin scored. Now we're going to get a courtesy run. It'll be Aaron Peterson for Milliken as Lydia Greiman, who's 1 for 2 on the day, comes up to the plate. 10-zip Griswold here at the top of the fifth. That one is in there for a strike. Griswold got 4 in the first, 3 in the second. Sidney worked some clean innings in the third and fourth, but things kind of rocky here in the fifth. The 0-1, way ahead of that one was Greiman. Gets just a piece of it, sends it foul, and it's an 0-2 count. Get nobody out here at the top of the fifth. Inning started with Haley Pennock being intentionally walked, Dakota Reynolds singling, McKenna Asklin walking, Roselle driving one on a fielder's choice, then Carly Milliken just moments ago with a 2 RBI single. The 0-1, roller to short. The throw to third from Sheldon to Foster is there to get the runner Roselle out, and there's one gone. It's a fielder's choice for Lydia Greiman. But Roselle goes out on the 6-5 put out, 1 away. McKenna Wichman, again, the only Griswold batter so far tonight to not find a way on base. 0 for 3. I think the ironic part of it is she came in, the hot hand for the Tigers, hitting .667 on the air. That's a roller to her for a 1-0 count. Wichman, I know it only been 6 at-bats, so not a giant sample size, but still 4 hits and 6 at-bats means you're doing something right. So 1-0 from Lahman to Wichman. Hit in play. That'll roll into the outfield for a hit. They'll send Peterson around. It's an RBI single for McKenna Wichman. And now every Griswold batter tonight has found a way on the base paths. It's 11-zip. And at this point, now you're just adding insurance runs. Wichman will be courtesy ran 4. Whitney Pennock will be courtesy running. This will be the 8th batter of the inning for Griswold. They had 4 RBIs tonight from Haley Pennock, RBI from Anna Kelly. Carly Milliken just had 2 a moment ago. Brennan Roselle got one on a fielder's choice. McKenna Witchman just got one. Just like Coach Jody Roselle said when I talked to her on today's sports feature, up and down the lineup, they've got girls that can put the ball in play and drive in runs. That's evident here tonight, as that one is sat on by Jenna Reynolds. She's 1 for 3 tonight, a single, a run scored, a strikeout, and a fly out to center. 11-zip Griswold. Again, if you're unfamiliar, the mercy rule is 10 runs after 5, as that's hit to short. Sheldon can't get it, though. They will send the runner at third around, and scoring is the courtesy runner for Milliken. And it's now 12-0. So getting on base is Jenna Reynolds on the air. And Griswold has gone through the order. They've got runners on the corners, being Whitney Pennock at third. And Jenna Reynolds at first. Anna Kelly, RBI to her name, a couple of hits. That one rolls to the dirt, gets by Sheldon, bounce off the home plate umpire. Might have saved a run. It does move Reynolds to second, though. But Reynolds at second, Pennock at third, Anna Kelly at the plate. 12-zip Griswold now. 5-run fifth has them in a good spot to get the wins. That one's high and outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. If you're just tuning in, Haley Pennock homer to the first, homer in the second as well. It was 7-zip Griswold before Sidney could even get their feet underneath them. Worked a couple of clean innings but couldn't get any runners across, as that one's high for a ball. They've had 6 runners get on base, 5 of which came with 2 outs. They haven't been able to get any across, and that's something that anytime you leave that many runners on base, that'll keep you up at night. Here's the 2-0. They call that a strike on the outside part of the zone to Anna Kelly for a 2-1 count. Again, Haley Pennock awaits on deck. She led off this inning, was intentionally walked. Dakota Reynolds single. McKenna Asklin got on with a walk. Brenna Roselle reached on a fielder's choice. Carly Milliken drove in 2 as that's a called strike to bring it to a 2-2 count. Lydia Griman got on with the fielder's choice. McKenna Witchman singled. Jenna Reynolds reached on an error. The only out was on a 6-5 putout that retired Roselle. The pitch in play can't be fielded by Lahman, and then at second, Hutt can't make it either, and it scores a run again as across comes Whitney Pennock, and it's now 13-0 Griswold. Move Jenna Reynolds to third as Kelly got on. And Haley Pennock has had a great night tonight. We'll see, though, what the attack is there. I mean, you're up 13 runs. You're probably not necessarily swinging for the fences here. You're probably just trying to put something in play. That one's in there for a strike, makes it an 0-2 count. Griswold has now gone through the order here in the 5th. The 0-2 in play, through the legs at short. It'll score Reynolds easily. Getting to third is Kelly, and it's another error for Sidney. Moves it to 14-0. Things are going well for the Tigers right now. They've scored as many runs in this inning as they had in the entire game coming into this. And now Dakota Reynolds at the plate. Runner goes. They will give Pennock second, as Sheldon won't even fathom a throw. As last thing he wants it to roll into center and score at least one, maybe 2. Up to the plate, Dakota Reynolds with the second pitch swing. Foul along the third baseline. Should be an 0-2 count. with one gone. Scoreboard showing 2, but one gone here in the top of the 5th. Dakota Reynolds with a single tonight. Also reached on air, scored a run. Chased that one and swings and misses, and it's strike 3. So second out of the inning now as Reynolds goes down. That is Lahman's second strikeout of the day. And McKenna Asklund comes up to the plate. She's scored twice as an RBI, doubled. Trying to keep this inning alive with runners at second, third. Gets by the catcher, Sheldon. They will send the runner. Scoring standing up is Kelly to make it 15-0. That moves Pennock to third. And Griswold sitting, barring a miraculous comeback, on their way to moving to 5-0 as that one's in there for a strike. What a showing tonight for the Tigers. Again, everybody in their lineups got on base. It looks like everybody in the lineup, save for Brenna Roselle and Lydia Griman, have scored runs as well. You'll take that any night you can get it. Asklund sends one in the gap in left on a roll. It scores Pennock. They keep the line moving. It's 16-0.
Asklund gets an RBI single.
With her second RBI of the night. And they're going to have a pinch runner for McKenna Asklund. That'll be Carly Danker coming to first base for Asklund. And coming up to the plate will be Brenna Roselle. A fielder's choice RBI earlier in this inning was the first out on a 6-5 putout. Griswold with 9 runs in the 5th. Now, the other night, Shenandoah and St. Albert played a wild baseball game. Shenandoah got up 12-0 early on. St. Albert came back, ended up winning that game 20-16. Now, I'm not predicting anything like that will happen here, but baseball, softball, they're weird sports. All it takes is a thing here, a thing there. Next thing you know, it's maybe more interesting than it should be, but Sidney's got to get out of this inning first. That one's in the dirt. Sheldon keeps it in front of her. The runner went at first, but getting back is Danker before the tag can be applied by Spurlock. And they keep a runner at first with 2 outs. The 1-0 offering from McKenna Lahman to Brenna Roselle. High and outside. Again, Danker really flirting with disaster. Gets back safely. Danker, a freshman. It's their first showings on the base pass this year. Here's a 2-0. Hit to center. It'll roll. They will keep Danker. No, they will send Danker. The throw is cut off, so Danker gets to third standing. And Brenna Roselle with her second hit of the night. Carly Milliken to the plate. She's got 2 RBIs. Also in line for the win, pitching 7 strikeouts. The 8-hitter in the lineup. Shows bump, pulls back. They call strike. Runner goes. Give Roselle second. Brenna Roselle at second. Carly Danker at third. 16-zip Griswold here in the top of 5th. A 9-run frame for Coach Jody Roselle's team. The 0-1 in the dirt. Sheldon keeps it in front of her. Danker will get back to third. And it's 1-1. Griswold on their way to taking first place in the corner conference. Here's the 1-1. Way ahead of that one was Milliken. Swings and misses. Brings it to a 1-2 count. Sidney just trying to get out of this inning and then hope you can put together a frame like Griswold has just been able to do. Here's the 1-2 to Milliken. Line to third. Can't be fielded cleanly but they will tag the runner at third out. Foster bobbled it for a moment, able to get the tag to Roselle, though. And that is how the fifth ends, but not before Griswold gets 9 runs on 6 hits. They've got a chance to ice this one in the bottom of the fifth unless Sidney can score 7 runs here on the KMA Extreme Online, KMAland.com.
Sports teach our children important life lessons, like how to work together as a team and the importance of a great coach. TS Prosperity Group, a division of TS Bank, understands the importance of a successful team, especially when it comes to your finances. Let TS Prosperity Group be the coach of your financial team to help guide you to success with the goal of sleeping better, knowing your prosperity is protected for the next generation. Contact tsprosperitygroup.com to schedule your free 30-minute consultation today.
Barrett Auto Center. Sure, they hope you'll consider them your automotive resource when it comes time to buy your next vehicle, but maybe you've just purchased one or are not quite ready for the investment. And Barrett Auto Center says that's okay. Your business is still important. You can still rely on them for all your service, warranty work, tire purchases, maintenance, and more. Barrett Auto Center and BarrettAutoCenter.com is still your resource for any make and model from any dealer. Give them the chance to make sure you come back to Barrett's.
Welcome back to Sidney here on the KMA Extreme Online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader here with you tonight. And it's 17-0. They do credit that run that scored before the third out. So it was 10 runs on 6 hits for the Tigers. As we head to the bottom of the fifth, Sidney needs at least 8 runs to keep this game alive. And Mia Foster will start things off. Again, you're not used to seeing a double-digit inning, so on the scoreboard it shows they had 0 runs, but it was 10. So 17-0. Carly Milliken's been stellar tonight for the Tigers. Foster swings at the first one, and it's an 0-1 count. Mia Foster working on her third plate appearance of the night, 0 for 2. It's Mia Foster, Fallon Sheldon, Jolie Sheldon. So 1, 2, 3 in the lineup for the Cowgirls. Here's the 0-1 to third. Roselle, long throw to Asplund is there, and there's one gone. So 5-3 to start the frame. Now Fallon Sheldon, who's got on base tonight, comes up to the plate. 17-0 Griswold. Not a score you see a lot in baseball or softball. That one was high. Sheldon swings, misses, and it's an 0-1 count. So Griswold will next be in action tomorrow against Cam, as that one's in there for a strike for an 0-2 count. Sidney, barring a comeback, will try to regroup and turn around and get ready for their next battle, which is on Tuesday night against Essex. On Monday night, rather, against Essex. Here's the 0-2, just outside for a ball. Sidney's got Essex next week, Stanton a week from tonight. Griswold, as I mentioned, they're going to play Cam tomorrow. They've got FM on Monday, Southwest Valley on. They've got a busy week. Because that's upstairs for a ball, brings it to a 2-2 count. Sidney's got 2 games in the next 7 days. Griswold's got 6. They've got Cam tomorrow, FM Monday, Southwest Valley Tuesday, East Union Wednesday, Nottoway Valley Thursday, Essex Friday. And they're playing every day with the exception of Sunday. That's swung on and missed by Fallon Sheldon, and this game could be down to its final out. Give Carly Milliken her 8th strikeout of the day. And it's up to Jolie Sheldon to get things going for Sidney, down 17-0. With 7-0 after 2. 7-0 heading into the 5th. And the first one to Sheldon is a ball. What a night for Haley Pennock. Went deep in the first and second innings. Carly Milliken's been stellar as well. That's popped up along the third base line and coming over. Pennock can't get it. It drops for a hit just fair. So Jolie Sheldon keeps this game alive, gets to second standing. Give her the double. And Faith Brumbaugh up to the plate, trying to keep this game going. Again, Sidney needs at least 8 runs to force a 6th inning. That one is high on Brumbaugh. Griswold been productive up and down the lineup. That one's on the low part of the zone, called strike. 1-1 the count. Griswold trying to move to 5-0. That's hit in play. Rolls into center. Milliken couldn't quite glove it. They'll send the runner around, so Sidney avoids the shutout. Jolie Sheldon scores. Faith Brumbaugh will get the RBI out of that. And Caden Payne comes up to the plate. Brumbaugh gets a single. Caden Payne 0 for 2 tonight. That's in play. Can't be caught at second by Reynolds, and the line keeps moving for Sidney. Now they've got a little bit of life as Faith Brumbaugh moves to second. And I think we might see a substitution. I don't know if we'll see maybe we'll see a different hitter. It'll be a pinch hitter. It'll be Kendra Lahman coming up to the plate, pinch hitting for Emily Hutt. 17-1 Griswold. Here in the bottom of the 5th, 2 gone, so 1 out would end this. And Kendra Lahman going to try to keep the line moving for the Cowgirls and keep this game going here on a Friday night in Sidney. The first pitch to Lahman, swing and a miss for strike 1. Carly Milliken has worked 8 strikeouts tonight. Had the shutout until just moments ago. The 0-1 in their first strike, 0-2. This game could be down to its final pitch of the night if Carly Milliken can get one more strikeout. The 0-2 with runners on first and second, on its way, and just high. That was not off by much, but just misses for a ball. It's a 1-2 count. So 1-2 to Kendra Lahman. On its way, called strike 3, and this one goes in the books as a 17-1 Griswold winner. Haley Pennock, 2 2-run blasts. The Tigers get 10 in the 5th to put this game out of reach. Carly Milliken strikes out 8 batters, and the Tigers stay perfect overall and in conference play. We'll take a quick break, back to wrap things up here in a moment with KMA Extreme.
HawkeyeFord.com. It's where you'll find a complete selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. It's also where you can estimate your trade-in value and receive a no-hassle quote. Since 1988, Hawkeye Ford has been offering a high level of customer service and a commitment to making the process of buying your vehicle an enjoyable one. They strive to deliver 100% satisfaction every time you visit their location on Highway 34 east of Red Oak or on their 24/7 location, HawkeyeFord.com.
For over 25 years, Chad Mobility has provided you the latest technology, competitive prices, and a nationwide high-speed network. Though important, we're a whole lot more. We serve your hometown communities, sponsor your local chambers and events. It's our goal to work hard while giving back to those who graciously support us. At Chat Mobility, our interests are much deeper than providing great service. We're just committed to serving you. To learn more, see us at chatmobility.com today.
America is choosing to be a healthier nation. That's why so many people choose a Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and offer a full range of vitamins, non-prescription medicines, cold remedies, and convenient items for you and your family. And when it comes time to have a prescription filled, you can always count on your Health Mart family pharmacy to do it right. Take your next prescription to Oakland Pharmacy in Oakland, a locally owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
We've got a final here tonight in Sidney. Griswold will make the trek home with a 17-1 victory in corner conference action. They stay unbeaten on the year. They got 4 in the first. Haley Pennock had a 2-run homer. Got 3 in the second with another 2-run homer from Pennock. Give Sidney credit. They kind of battled back in the third and fourth. Looked like maybe they had an opportunity to get back in it. They just couldn't get any runs across. They had 6 runners get stranded in the first 4 innings, 5 of which came with 2 outs. Nothing there, and then Griswold really kind of blew the roof off this game with 10 runs in the 5th. Sidney did get on the board, but it was too little, too late. As Griswold goes with the 17-1 win against Pennock. 2 2-run homers tonight. You look at the box score for Griswold, standouts up and down the lineup. Every single batter either got on base with a hit or an error or a walk. All of them, with the exception of Lydia Greiman, scored a run. So the balance really showed tonight for the Tigers. Carly Milliken, stellar in the circle, struck out 8, gets the win. Only a couple of walks, only a couple of hits allowed, and really the bulk of those came in the final inning as well. So Sidney, they fall to 4-4 on the year. They'll now turn around. They get Essex in a corner conference slate on Monday night. Griswold, they stay unbeaten, 5-0 on the year, 3-0 in corner conference action. They play Cam tomorrow morning. That's an intriguing matchup. That begins a busy slate for them, or kind of, continues a busy slate for them. They played Boyer Valley last night, Sidney tonight, Cam tomorrow. Monday night, they've got Fremont Mill, Southwest Valley Tuesday, East Union Wednesday, Nottoway Valley Thursday, and Essex on Friday. So the Tigers really hitting the ground running right now. They got to feel good where they're at 5-0. We'll have a complete rundown from tonight's game available online later on, KMAland.com. Reminder, Monday night, we've got high school baseball on the KMA Airways, KMA FM 99.1. I'll be in Underwood, a Western Iowa Conference clash between Trainer and Underwood. That'll also be video streaming online, KMAland.com. Huge thanks to Levi's son for helping us out with that. Until then, saying so long from Sidney for KMA Sports, I'm Trevor Mader. Thanks for listening, and have a great night.
This sporting event on KMA has been brought to you by the Sportscasters Club.